Hello everyone, welcome to this live call. I was really excited to do this. I already made a short video that I posted on YouTube and Instagram as well. Performed pretty nice. And then it was about the Nano Banana Pro update from Gemini and then how you can use it to iterate winning ads for Meta. I'm super excited to do this live call. So first we are going to go over what the latest Nano Banana Pro update means, who can use it, how you can use it, and then what other options are there for your creative needs. But mainly we are going to focus on the meta ads side, of course, how you can create winning iterations of existing meta ads, and then you no longer need to be a designer to create winning ads in minutes. Next, we are going to discuss some problems as well because Nano Banana Pro is not perfect. It has some issues that you need to resolve. I already have the solution for you, so at the second half of the call, we are going to discuss that as well. And I'm also going to post a long video on this on my channel that you can watch. So if you are here from the school group, welcome. I'm going to go over some of the latest school group updates first, and then we are going to jump into the Nano Banana strategies. Okay, so I'm doing the screen share. So let's start with the school group. We are currently at 576 members, pretty active community. So thank you everyone for being here. I just recently updated the classroom. So this is the free group. I now manage the two groups. So inside the free group, we have the basic strategies, basic for methods and for high level. You can rewatch all the weekly live calls that I've had so far. And then we also have a classroom section if you are looking to start ads for your school group. I do, and I show exactly what I do. And then we have the consultation and the private coaching as well. So here are all the weekly live calls I had this year so far. And then inside the community, we had some big wins recently. I just posted 12 minutes ago about the Black Friday, Cyber Monday win we had. And then also, I'm super proud of this, is that this community is ranking number 4 on school. And actually, number 3 is my other community that's paid. So I don't have a screenshot, but probably I can pause the video. So if you go to school and then search for meta ads, my paid group is number 3, and then my free group is number 4. So I think it's super nice, especially considering that the other groups are in Spanish, German. So my top 2 groups are the only English speaking groups as well. So pretty proud of that. So thanks for everyone for commenting inside the group. And then inside the paid community, so I set it at $19 per month. And then what you get for this price is an onboarding call to set up your custom plan. So if you are a beginner, we start with the basics. And then if you already know how to run ads, we'll discuss some of your lead generation strategies, some iterations and next steps on your ads. We have the step-by-step training for high level and meta ads. You can, of course, reach out, ask me every time, anytime, basically inside the group, so you can shoot me a text. We also have the weekly live calls. And then for the bonuses, you also get a high level sub account only for 19 per month. High level alone is 97 per month, so I think it's a steal. You also get funnel templates, my exact audit and reporting templates. So yeah, inside the classroom. What's additional is we have a $3,000 worth of bonuses, advanced methods and advanced high-level strategies, a guide, a short course for high-level affiliates if you are looking to promote because you get 40% off, an agency guide, a copy-paste strategy. I just made a live video on that maybe 2 weeks ago, and then some more bonuses in here. So with that said, let's start with the Nano Banana Pro updates. This is the official blog from Google that was released on November 20th, so maybe 3 weeks ago. So it's a pretty new update introducing Nano Banana Pro. So they previously just had the non-pro version, and now with more features, more advanced AI thinking, we have the pro versions ready. So you can listen to the article, but basically what we need is just that it generates more accurate, context-rich visuals based on enhanced reasoning, word knowledge, and real-time information. And you can see some use cases on how you can use Nano Banana Pro. And then I think what's important is how you can try it today. So because I have a business email inside Gmail, I automatically get the AI package, and Nano Banana Pro is a part of that inside Gemini, but you can use it inside the free app as well. So if you are a free tier user, you will have limited free quotas. And then after that, from the pro version, it's going to go back to the original version. So even on the free plan, you can try it. And then you see that the Google AI Plus, Pro, and Ultra subscribers receive higher quotas. So I'm not even sure. Maybe I have the Google AI Plus, no idea. I just paid the monthly fee. And then you can see how professionals and developers can get access to this. There's also a problem with these generated images is you can identify it's AI, not just because Gemini is going to identify, but also because it's putting a Gemini watermark on those images. But I'll show you how we can deal with it. So here are some other use cases that I saw is I follow this AI research's Instagram page, and then it can solve your homework, for example, with your exact same handwriting. And then overall, this is just a great page. I like it for its updates. And then, yeah, I have a document ready with the official X post as well, announcing that we went bananas for Nano Banana. So they just released the Banana Pro. Is a pretty funny name, but I I found this and I thought it was pretty accurate because if you tried, let's say, just to describe your idea to Gemini, it usually took 3 to 5 attempts to get an image that looks somewhat okay, but nowhere close to your expectations is at least what happened in my case. And then same with Gemini and then Claude. But with the new version, we are going to text an image to Gemini. It's going to create a JSON code, and then we are going to use the JSON code to iterate on the ads. So here's an example of the JSON code. It's going to contain the size of your ad, the aspect ratios, the color that it's using, the objects that are in the image, and then the exact same text that's used on your ad. So for this, we just have to create. It's basically a 4-step process. We'll need Gemini, create a gem, add instructions to the gem, upload an image, and then based on what the gem creates, the JSON code, we can iterate on the image. So that's really it. We have only a 4-step guide. So next, let's open Gemini. I have it in my bookmarks. And let's do it together. I already have a gem created, but we'll just do it for the sake of it. But you see, here are my gems. It's called image to JSON, and I just named it add iteration Wupscale. Let's create a new one. So you want to go to gems here on the left side and then create a new gem. Let's name it. You can do meta add iteration. And then we have to add some instructions. So for this, just paste this from my document, basically saying act as an image analyst and extract specific details into a predefined JSON structure. So actually, we can also copy and paste this to the prompt because we say it's a predefined, but even if you don't do it, it's going to do a great job. So I just leave as is. Let's save. And then let's start the chat. So again, if you are in Gemini, look for your gems, and now you have the meta iteration. Make sure you are inside of it. And then next, we'll have to find an image that we want to iterate on. So now I'm just going to use my meta ad manager. I started running ads for my paid school community. So I started a creative test, I started an audience testing campaign. And then, for example, I had this ad set where I tested Mexico, Philippines, and then UK, the three countries. And then I got one conversions from Mexico. So I'm testing that. But what's important is that the winning ad was this. So I used 4 winning ads that I had. And this was the best performer. So to have a complete preview, let's go to the top right corner and then see post. We are interested in Facebook post with comments. And then once you have the preview, you can just print screen and make sure to only select your ad. So here it goes. Okay, now let's go back to Gemini and paste your image. And once it's loaded, let's just enter. And now Gemini should spit out something similar to this structure. And this is what we are going to send to Nano Banana Pro to create an ad for us. So you see it's still thinking. Now looks like it's ready. So let's copy the code. You see we have the background color, dark gray to black gradient. We have the text color, which is a white, the font style, the main objects on the ad, and then the text as well. So we say we give a free high-level CRM plus advanced meta systems. So let's go and create a new chat. And now we want the create image feature that has the banana icon. You can just go to tools and again create images and make sure to paste the code we just picked up from the gem 1 minute ago. So let's go to submit. And then it should create a similar image to what we have on the ad. So let's see what it creates. It takes about 1 minute usually. And then sometimes the sizing is off. Sometimes it creates a landscape image. So then we just say we need a meta ad in a 1 by 1 square image size. But if you look at this, I would say it looks better than the original ad. Let's just change the image size. And then we can also ask it to remove these words. But first, let's just change the size to a square. Now it added the premium support text because on my screenshot, I had this inside the laptop. So maybe it was a bit confusing. But we can select another example. This ad, if we took a preview, let's go to Facebook posts. It couldn't be simpler really because it's just a white background with text. So let's go back to Gemini. And now it updated the size. Now it's a 1 by 1 square. So let's see if it can remove the text. Remove the following texts because we have multiple. And then let's see how it deals. Okay, so it's editing. And then you already see the problem that I mentioned earlier is on the top right corner. I'm sorry, bottom right corner, we have the Gemini watermark, which we can't really remove by just adding a prompt. So we'll have to do it outside. So that's why I have Canva open. And let's also ask it to, let's center the laptop and the only $19 button. And then let's see if it can create it. But honestly, the high level platform, this screenshot looks better than what I created, than what we have in the original ad. Because it could be confusing that we advertise the group for $19, but then we have 500 and then 5,000 on the screenshot, so it's not exactly sure what the price is. And then let's look at the new iteration. So everything's centered. We have an iteration of our winning ad. And then the opportunities are really endless because now we can ask it to change the background, to change the headline, for example. For simple iterations, we can change the headline 5 times. So we have 5 new iterations to test. Or we can change the background because it's Christmas season. It's Christmas season in December. So let's update the background to match the vibes. Then let's see what it creates. And then to remove the watermark, we'll have to head over to Canva. And then I already have a task for this, but you should go to social media and then search for Square. So we have an Instagram post Square, that's what we need. And then for this, I believe you need the paid version of Canva. You need the paid version, but it has a free trial, so you can do it for 14 days or 30 days. I'm not exactly sure. But you see now we have a Christmas background edit as well. And then we can ask it to tone it down because we can't really see the text. So tone it down by 50% so the text is easily readable. But let's download this image. We can grab the full size. And then we are going to remove the watermark inside Canva. So that's the main problem with these ads now, is we can't just use it because Meta is going to detect that it was AI made and then it's going to give you a penalty, for example, lower CTRs, higher CPMs. So that's why we go to Canva, upload the image. It should have the same 1 by 1 square size, so it's an easy fit. And then let's scroll in, zoom in, select the image, and then at the menu at the top, we'll have to select eraser, magic eraser, and then it has a brush. So it's going to remove something. We can remove the high level logo, but we want to remove the watermark. So we can adjust the brush size to make it smaller. Just one click and then click erase. And then boom, it's gone like magic. You can now exit and then you have an ad that you made inside Gemini inside 1 minute and then, or less than 1 minute. And now it has no watermark either. So you can start using it on your meta ad campaigns. And then here's the other example. Now the text is easily readable. It edits some shadows. So you can use it for your Christmas campaign, for example, if you have a Christmas discount. But let's see something else. Let's see you want to spy on your competitors. So you go to ads library. And then we are going to go back to the gems, the meta iteration. And then let's go to add library. We want all locations, all categories. And then let's say, maybe accounting. We want an accounting firm. So let's see if these guys are running any ads. Yes. All right. So let's look at this. Okay, let's look at some of their order ads because the order an ad is, the more likely it's performing well, because that's the only reason you keep an ad running for a long time is if it's performing well. So let's see this ad. Okay, so it's a bit more complicated. It has an image background, multiple texts. So let's print screen and just select this ad, go back to Gemini, send it to the conversation. Let's hit enter. And then once we have the code, we are going to create a new chat and again, create a new iteration. So let's see how it works. All right, so we have the text, the code. Let's create a new chat. Go to tools, create images, and then let's submit. And let's see what happens. And this is going to be the last example. So if you have any questions on Nano Banana Pro or how else you can utilize it, just drop it in the YouTube YouTube chat, and I'll make sure to respond. Otherwise, I'll repost this live call as a long form video in a couple of days. So this is what we have. Again, we'll have to ask it to create one by one meta ads square size, and then we'll compare the images. And then we'll create a duplicate. Actually, we'll have to oh no, it's a square size, so we don't need to resize. We are going to remove the watermark in Canva as well. Okay, so here we have it. And I would say it's quite similar. It has the button, get a demo. Yes, it has all the features added. Yes. Just only one thing that shouldn't be here is the water screwer, which is basically the business name. But we can remove it from the code. So here's the code. And then let's look for the bullet points. And then here's the brand name. We actually don't want the logo and the brand name. Here's the call to action. Yes. And then we also don't need the product name. I think this should remove the logo because the logo wasn't exactly copied. And then let's see what it gives back. Okay, so now we don't have the logo and it removed the features we didn't want. Again, we'll just ask it to keep it one by one square size for meta ads. In the meantime, I'll also open up the school group because we also have some new live calls coming up. So let me go to the calendar, and then the next live call is next Wednesday, where I'm going to do the high level updates. This is the latest updates for 2025. So I won't have another live call for high level this year. The next one is 2026. So this is all the main updates we received for high level this week. I already created the event or the live on my YouTube channel that you can set your notifications to. And then the other call I have is going to be next Friday. So there's going to be the 2026 meta strategy based on all the AI. I'm sorry. So based on all the new AI features and then the Andromeda updates, we are going to plan the perfect campaign structure for 2026. And I already created a live call for this as well. So it's in 7 days. And then I have some other calls in the calendar, which is specific to this group. And now if you go back to Gemini, so we have the new ad. So let's compare it again. You see this size that they are using is not even correct because it's supposed to be a feed post, but it's not correctly cropped because both sides have just a white streak. And I would say that this ad looks just as good as this one. And that's how you iterate from, let's say, that's how you steal your competitors' ads as well, because you can just repurpose now. If you have the same offering as these guys, you can repurpose this ad because it doesn't have the logo. There's no way to say that you stole this ad, you wrongfully used it. Then you just have to go and then remove the Gemini watermark. So let's download this image. In the top right corner, you have the download option. And then we need to go back to Canva. And then once we have the image, just upload it here. Let's drop and then make it full size. Let's zoom in a little and then go to eraser, magic eraser, go to brush size. We need around 20. Bit bigger, 25. And then with 25 size, you can just one button, one click remove. Then you can exit and there you have your ad from your competitors without any watermarks that you can reuse in your campaigns. So that was all for today with the Gemini. Creating JSON code. I think it looks scarier the first time, but once you get into this, it really speeds up the process, and then you can create basically unlimited options, unlimited iterations. So I hope you like this strategy. Make sure to join the course next week to stay updated on the latest high-level news, and then also to plan your strategy for your Meta Ads campaigns for next year. So thanks for being here today. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. Otherwise, I'll end the call soon. Thank you.